Hello everyone. Give me just a second, and then... I'm a little dark and a little gold. That's okay though, because I've got new lights. I got new lights to hopefully allow me to not be... I look like I'm covered in piss right now. Hold on. Can we change that? That's better. I'm still really gold. Still really gold. I think that's just kind of how we're gonna rock it though. You know, I think that's just how we go. Unless maybe... Let's maybe look at auto white balance. I normally don't have auto white balance on, so that way, because I balanced it for when we're actually streaming, like what I'm gonna look like on the game. You know what I'm saying? So this screen needs auto white balance. Let's do... Can we do that? Oh, it made me gray. Huh? It made me gray. Hold on. Is this a large grid playthrough? Yeah. Why does it make me gray? I can get like really orange. So I feel like I should just go off my teeth, right? Like that's pretty white, right? That's pretty white. I look all gray and washed out now though. So maybe do a little bump into... Oh, no, we don't do that. Do a little bump into like some saturation though. You know, something like that. I don't know. I'm looking. Sorry, gamers. Hold on. Let me go into this screen. We're trying to make me not look gold. I'm trying to make me not look gold. This isn't bad. I look gray though, and I think it's just because I'm dimly lit, so the camera doesn't really have a whole lot of light to work with. I feel like this is... So short. Only 5 foot. Ah, I'm so petite. See, we could do this one, but like, it doesn't show up all the time. I wish it did though, but it just doesn't. It doesn't show up all the time. So maybe cat ears, but even then, cat ears don't really work either. All right, let's try and figure out this gray issue. Do I still look gray or yellow to you guys? I have a very yellow, warm office. I've got yellow lights over here. I've got a yellow light behind me. The only white light in this office is this one behind the monitor that I use. That's what makes my hand white. But like, you know, back here, it starts turning gold. Oh yeah, it's like really red right there, but then it's white right here. Anyway, so there's that. A little orange now, but I think it's fine. I think this is okay. I think this is okay. This right here is white. So I guess we could color balance to that because we know that this is a true white. But then it just makes me look blue. It just makes me look blue. I think... Would I rather be red? Hold on. Should my brightness come up? I'm a ghost. We're just messing with settings right now. We're just messing with settings. Hold on. Do I look okay? Be honest. Do I look okay? Be truthful. Be truthful. I feel like this is fine. I feel like this is... Where's the frog hat? I have no clue. Wait, I might have a clue. No, I have no clue. I have no clue at all. I think, fellas, I'm just gonna have to be a little orange. That's just what we do, you know? What is gain? Oh. I look a little noisy, right? I look a little noisy right here, like my shirt, especially, and my hat. There's a lot of noise going on. It's just because it's not super bright. I think we just kind of rock it though. I think we just rock out with our cocks out and let it happen. Do something like this. Is this a crazy look? Does this look better? I feel like this looks better. I'm a little grainy now, but I feel like this is okay. You know, it's just part of it, right? I'm just a grainy guy. We could add a noise filter. Hold on. Filters. Effects. We got like a noise removal. We got like a smoothing filter. Maybe look all pretty. A blur mask. I don't know if there is a blur tool or like a damn. Hold on. Oh, that's way too much. That's just blurring me, and that's not really doing any noise reduction. That's just got me all noisy. Cause even like this, I'm still noisy. I mean, like you can still see it right here. There's still like noise going on. Ooh, temporal? Whoa. That's some crazy shit, man. I have games that mess up like this. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Hold on. Does it get worse or better? Oh, that's some crazy shit. Okay, let's get rid of that filter. That's a crazy one. We don't want that filter. What other filters do we have? Glow? It's gonna... Oh, we used to rock this one all the time because it makes us look a little bit cleaner. You know what I'm saying? It gives me that... We make it black. So let me do something like this. Boom. It like makes my cutoff look a lot cleaner to my background. Right? I look like I stand out a little bit better now. Versus, hold on, let me do this. You guys probably can't even see it, huh? Anyway, there's just like a glow effect around me now. It's just a little black glow effect. And I think it makes me stand out a lot better against my background back here. I do, at least, especially once we start playing a game and all this stuff is moving. I think it works. We're gonna leave this one on. I actually fuck with this one. Yeah, we're gonna leave this one on. Intensity. Oh, that's a crazy one. That is too much. This is too much because it makes my hands look really small because it like the glow goes inwards and outwards, so it makes my fingers look really stubby looking. It's weird. I think I'm okay with about that right there. We're gonna leave this. We're gonna leave this because I actually do like this outline that I have, right? This like, yeah, I like it. I like it. Anyway, yeah, you guys ready to play some Space Engineers? This is a Space Engineer stream, by the way. We're gonna be spacing our engineer. Just playing some minor power issues. You're having power issues in the Space Engineer. So we were talking about in Discord. Let me go ahead and get the game up. Let me get the game up. I don't have chat on the screen. I've been reading chat, but not you guys aren't reading chat. We were talking in Discord about the direction that the Space Engineers playthrough needs to take, right? To stay. Is that lined up? There we go. We were talking about the direction that the Space Engineers playthrough needs to take in order to stay fun, right? In order to stay fun, because right now I'm getting to this like threshold of, for me to build anything bigger, looks are gonna have to drastically get removed. If I want to build something really big, I'm gonna need like a pod of 6 atmospheric thrusters to lift anything. So where I should only have to have like maybe 1 or 2, and then I can build like a little thing around it and make it like a little thruster pack. The builds are going to get a lot uglier to get bigger, but like I need them to be bigger to move the material that I want, and it's just not really an option that I have. So there's that. Let me pull that up because just looking at the hat, man. So I was thinking, if we go into space, I would at least have the ability to start using hydrogen thrusters, because you know you can just turn them off while you're traveling through space, and you can save all the fuel. But then you get to use them once you're actually at an asteroid. The only issue then is finding ice, like bulk amounts of ice, which would be really easy on the surface of a planet and a lot more difficult in space. Especially with how much ice we actually go through. We go through hundreds of thousands of kilograms of ice just about per play session, maybe 2 play sessions. So that really boils down to about 4 hours. So we have like a really, really inefficient need to continue to consume ice. We don't really have a way to replace it. So that's the only downside of going into space, is ice. It's going to be really difficult, and we kind of have to immediately make the jump to uranium as our backup power, and then exclusively use hydrogen for thrust. Just a little bit to think about. Just a little bit to think about. Let me get all the chats from everywhere connected, because for some reason Kick has not been connecting lately. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, now that shows through. We're good. You could use a thruster multiplier mod. It still uses the power and full needed for all the thrusters, but you don't have to build the load. That sounds interesting. So currently we use the King's hydrogen thrust multiplier. It increases the cost of the thrusters and increases the output, but it does not increase the fuel consumption. So it's a little imbalanced there, but I honestly think I prefer it because it is a game, and at a certain point, what I want to do is so unrealistic that I can't really follow realistic math. You know what I mean? So I want to move 1 million pounds of stone in a cargo box that's like 3 meter cubed. It's just not really possible in real life if you're taking real life math to also calculate the thruster output. It doesn't really match up, right? So at some point you kind of have to do some suspension of of belief and just allow, you know, non-realistic things to happen in your non-realistic video game. If you know of a thruster multiplier mod like the King's mod, because he only has that thruster multiplier for hydrogen, if you know of a mod like that for atmospheric and ion, please let me know, because I would like to have them desperately, because I don't really want to make my own. I don't want to. Anyway, gangsters, let's get to streaming. Let's get to playing the game. How's that sound? Look at that. I said something in the chat too. Hi, poop. Oh no. I thought I had updated my drivers before starting the stream, but I didn't. So somebody remind me when we get to the end of stream that I need to update my drivers. Because I thought I did, but I did not. Blow that guy up. Blow this guy up. Somebody blow this guy up. Please. Please blow him up. Blow him up. I'll blow him up. Whatever, that's fine. Chat's just starting. I just didn't want to do all this. Cool. Alright, he's blown up. Sorry. The only reason I don't want to blow them up is because when I do, I have to come out and the game gets really flickery. So how's everybody been doing? How's everybody? Oh, see, look at this. I'm so much brighter now. So much cleaner looking. Is that what I need? Is that what I need? Do I need silicon honkers? Big silly honkers? This base is really cool looking. This one over here. See it? It's really cool. For video quality, really, I've been considering pulling my desk off the wall and then putting a lamp over here to like illuminate me from the front. Really, I was thinking about it. If I could have like the perfect stream room, if I could have like the perfect workspace to do this in, it would be some sort of like just open room where I sit in the exact middle of the room, and I have lights around me so I can like shift the shadows and stuff to figure out exactly what I want. Adjustable thrust multipliers by Meridius. Got it. Shit. Say less. Hold on. Let's go down here. Say less. Whoa. What? What? Okay. Yeah, give me just a second. I do want to get this mod before we actually get started, because the idea of building 5 different thrusters just to act as one thruster for a section of the ship is not something I want to fuck with. Load game. Small grid hardcore. Is it something that I can grab from here? Hopefully. Browse workshop. All right. Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it from the Steam Workshop. You guys are gonna have to deal with a little bit of flickering, possibly. So just look away for a second. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's gonna just, sorry. It's just gonna disappear. Can you guys hear the music? Is the music at a appropriate level? Should I bring it up any? Adjustable thrust multipliers. So there's a bug with that mod where the slider resets to 1x after relog. Is that just an issue with like a latest build this here? Damn. Okay, so that mod does look like it works, but it has like a reset bug. Damn, it looks like everyone who's making some version of that mod ends up having issues of it resetting. No, Sir Onion. Sir Music is a good volume. Okay. So I'm just looking at like tiered thrusters now. Oh, here we go. And this works with all the new thrusters? Oh, it does. So now it says that I need a DLC. I need DLC to use the item, but can I just enable it without the DLC and then not get the DLC aspects of it, or will it just straight up crash my game? Will it just straight up crash my game if I don't have the DLC? I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna see. This might crash my game. This might crash my game. I'm getting fished. Yeah. Yeah, so they're actually mining Bitcoin on my behalf and taking all of it. That's okay though. We are gonna load this mod into a different save though, so that way in the event that it does absolutely brick my game, set my computer on fire, and kill me, it won't be on the current save that we're doing for the stream series. Because I could not imagine that. It's not a real mod. Alright, so let's... This is the oldest one. Edit settings. Okay. Let's add that mod in and see how that goes. Okay. Let's go for it. Like, I wonder if that mod just won't load now because I don't have the DLCs that it says I require, or if I just won't have access to the specific things from that mod. Guess we better find out. I like this little buggy down here. I like this. I would like to do a playthrough of Space Engineers. I think the exact same way that I'm doing it right now. I think I would like to do a small grid playthrough, but I don't know. I would like for there to be a reason for this vehicle to exist, right? I would like for there to be a... Yo! I still haven't set up a... thing to happen. Nature Sounds, how you doing? Blake, how you doing?
Energy low.
Alright. Okay, everything seems to be working. Now if we open this up and we do... See, like, I can't access that. That's fine. I don't have that. But, like, the tier 2 and only large grid playthrough, I feel like that's just most people's playthrough in general, though. I feel like that's just most people's playthroughs. Hold on. Is this working? Yeah, let's get rid of this. And then I grab 9. So this is now at tier 2. Okay, it does cost twice as much. But does it double the output? If it just costs twice as much and doubles the output but stays the same size? Yeah, looks like it. You know how long it takes to build an animation? Yeah, so this works. This works. Double thruster with the double cost. That's perfect. I like this. Do not save. We'll go to the next one. We'll go to the Huntington, edit, add in the tiered thrusters. Boom. And I think now that it's tiered, we can probably get rid of the King's tiered hydros, since we don't need those anymore. We're not using them. We will keep the other stuff, the tiered reactors, ship tools, all that stuff. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, how's everybody been? How's everybody been? Gage was talking about doing a large grid only playthrough. But I feel like that's just most people's normal playthroughs. Like there's, other than maybe making a fighter or like a basic transport. High five. See, I've also got to figure out what causes that to have a little present emoji, because it's definitely counted as an emoji for it to do the little bouncing thing. But I've got to figure out why it sends the present and not the high five, or like the emoji that you're actually sending along with the jewels, right? So like when you send the high five thing, it shouldn't send the present, it should send the little high five. Need to charge battery systems? Real. That's why we ended up doing we turned off the... See, but now I'm blue because this is blue. But now I'm orange. See, but like getting some sort of auto white balance would be ideal. Getting some sort of auto white balance would be ideal, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so now that we have tiered thrusters, this is good. This is good. Tiered thrusters is good because it means that we can build this with less size dedicated to thrusters. You know, we don't have to spend as much space for thrusters. It also means that we could turn this atmospheric thruster into like a tier 2. That way we could carry more resources for welding. Yeah, see, that gives us like a little bit of a progression, a little bit of like an upgrade system. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, anyway, what we were talking about in Discord was the possibility of getting into getting into space. That's what we were thinking about, possibly, is kind of wrapping it up on our ground area and getting into space. Not moving to space, but just getting into space and getting the ability to harvest an asteroid and bring it back down to the planet. Doing, you know, two at once kind of thing. Because right now, I still haven't found silver. That's really the biggest thing, is I haven't found silver. I can tunnel for hundreds of kilometers underground, and we still haven't found silver. So I don't really know what to do there. Tractor beam. Let's get out to the auto miner. I need to send it down a little bit further because I would like to get it to a point of actually auto mining. So let's get out there. Before we do, let's upgrade the thrusters on this thing. What are we doing? We got material for it. Yeah, we have material for it. Let's do it. Let's upgrade front and side thrusters first. And yeah, let's just upgrade all the thrusters. Oop. Make this thing a little more nimble, you know? No, I know how you harvest an asteroid, but are you going to bring one down? This is me being cheeky. You talking about, like, harvesting the whole thing and then bringing it down for processing, rather than processing it in space? Yes, probably. I will probably try and fit an entire asteroid into the cargo of a ship to bring it down into atmosphere for processing. Because at the point that we get comfortable with processing in space, that removes the need for the ground base, which kind of invalidates everything that we've done up to this point, because it would have been better for me to just go to space from the beginning and start working there. Oh, dragging the asteroid down? I think there's a mod for live voxel updates, I think. So maybe, but I don't think so. I don't know if my computer could handle that. Plus streaming. Just handling the game. There's tier 5? Oh, what? That's kind of crazy. Tier 4, tier 3. I think we just do tier 2. Tier 2 is already going to double the cost. So we'll just do tier 2. So we'll do that. And then tier 2. That. And that. Okay. Go ahead and weld all this up. And remember, it doubles the cost of everything, so I am going to have to... Everything's going to be more expensive, which kind of goes against what we were talking about of... I already have to spend so much material to do anything. But I feel like this is worth it. I feel like this is worth it. In the long run. I do. We do that. Wow. Alright, tier 2, tier 2. That's getting welded. Okay, that, and that. And then we didn't do the reverse thrusters. So we'll need to do those. Yep. Found the most peak song you've heard in a while. What is it? Let me know. Put me on. Show me what's good. Bless my ears. And then we're gonna do this. I need that. There we go. Sailor Moon? Okay, so this thing should be like stupid fast now. It should just be crazy speeds. I guess it is only... I guess it's only twice the amount of thrust. I don't know. Can I tell it it's any faster? I don't know. I guess I can't. I don't really... I should have probably flown it around to, like, feel it. Maybe we should go for tier 3. Mort Jackson. It's Mort from Madagascar singing Billie Jean. That does sound peak. Let's, before we place this, before we land, we didn't do 2x everywhere. Yeah, tier 2 everywhere. So the output thrust of this is 192 kilonewtons. So what about a generic atmospheric thruster? Okay, shit, it's double. It's double. Can't argue with it. It's double. That's good enough for me. Lucas, how you doing? Welcome in. There's also a cover of the Clones and Droids singing somewhere. Somewhere over Camino. Oh, Camino. Makes me want to play Battlefront 2. Alright, so now we will... I need to increase the piston arms. Increase the impulse axis to like maybe 8. Something like that. There we go. Now they'll come all the way in. We can go down again. We need to... Oh, these pistons still aren't all the way down. Okay. So just give that a second. We need to clear out that little bit too. Battlefront 2 stream? Yes, probably. I'm making great progress on my Skyrim mod. So sometime soon, I would like to maybe introduce Skyrim back to the channel, because we're going to start a new playthrough with that, focused around that mod. I think also at some point I want to do a Pal World playthrough. So maybe I don't know, 2 or 3 streams from now, I would like to start a Pal World playthrough. I could probably increase the speed of the rotor. You know, maybe. That's probably clear enough, right? Come all the way down to about here-ish, and then do that. There we go. What does this timer block do? Hold on. Is to release the mag. There we go. Okay. So now it's sitting. Now it's sitting. Would love a PAL World playthrough. Really recommend not building a PAL box right away and finding a spot with good loot first. I haven't played PAL World since before they did the Terraria release. I will probably... I really like the little like red forest area. I don't know. I'll probably just build wherever I think looks pretty and then just travel. Traveling in games is not really a big deal to me, especially since we're talking, since we're streaming, and I don't have to worry about trimming that stuff out now. Traveling gives me a good amount of time to talk, just to chat with you guys. It gives me like a dedicated time to chat versus, you know, mid-combat trying to hold a conversation. Traveling gives me a nice amount of time to just kind of just see things and talk, right? So that works out good for me. I updated my OBS before starting this stream, so if anything seems different, please let me know. I tried setting everything back up in a way that looks like it used to. But my OBS on my end looks completely different. It's all gray now. It used to be kind of a blue color. A bunch of my windows and stuff are like shifted around. They're not where they used to be. Yeah, I want to speed the rotor up, I guess. Let's do -1. -2. There we go. It's too fast. Doesn't look like it. Let's go down. There we go. So this auto drill that we're using right now is what will eventually be set to mining, and it is going to mine iron or nickel or something. And then this little connector that we have right here on top will be what we just fly a ship in, dock to, pick up all the material, and then leave. And we don't have to worry about actually mining the ore anymore. We just set this thing up to kind of just slowly draft it. Really excited about it. I could probably set a timer block up to automate this. Or set a timer block up to automate this. This is a really cool look we got going on. But I do think it's just about figured out what it can, so we're going to go down again. We won't do this for too terribly long, because I know this is kind of boring to watch. This is a lot of maintenance that we got going on. I do want to get it down maybe like 50 meters per stream, you know what I mean? So we're currently at negative 38. I want to go down again until I get down to negative 50, and then we'll go do something else. But I want to make sure that I'm... There we go. Making sure that I'm digging a hole the appropriate size. Really, now that we have the thruster thing and I can build things a little bit bigger, more compact, we might end up making basically this same system, but with downwards facing drills to go ahead and bore a pilot hole and then just take this thing down to the bottom and let it actually do the mining process. But having a separate ship designed purely for a vertical what's the word I'm looking for here? Just like a vertical pilot hole. Okay, this is actually going really fast. We're already down a good bit. Setting the rotor up that fast, honestly, I could probably just maintain this myself. You know, not doing all the piston stuff. I can probably just keep taking it down. Yeah, I need to get another arm for these drills built. And then yeah, I don't even have to build a dedicated pilot boring machine because this thing would be doing it itself. I am gonna have to find a way to power this, though. Because as we go deeper, the solar panels are gonna stop seeing the sun. Yeah, this is great. Gonna head to bed. Finally got a tube tomorrow. Okay, okay. Alright, alright. Okay, we've gone well past the 50-meter mark. I think I'm about to dock this against the wall and call it there, and then we'll go get in the ship and head back to base. Good luck with my mining operations. I appreciate it. Oh, look at that. We're finally hitting stone. Good deal. Good deal. Finally hitting, like, real, you know, not the top surface stone. All right, 100 meters. That Triton is awfully close. Must be flying right overhead. Okay, yeah, let's dock this thing to the wall. Turn the thrusters off. Turn the drills off in just a second. Let that thing finish up its last circle. We'll draw the drills up. And then... Okay, all that's looking good. Is it gonna come back up? What's up? Why are we not withdrawing the drills? Pistons. Piston for the drills. Velocity. Okay, so the drills are almost maxed out. They're just not quite there yet. They're almost there. So what distance is the event controller set to? Let's do this at 95%. There we go. And now we can retract them up. Fantastic. We can release the wall. Oh, no subgrid. No subgrid. No subgrid. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. We have so much subgrid hanging off the bottom of this thing that that the gyroscopes don't really know how to handle it. Alright, let's come all the way up. Get to about here. Stick this back out. Perfect. Do that. And just let it sit. Let it sit. It's recharging. We're not going to have to worry about it. That's a little unfortunate. Everything else is good, though. Okay. So we'll just make sure that we collect that before we come back. Let's head back to base now that that's charging and we don't have to worry about it. So far, we've got a 100-meter hole dug. We've just got to do that 3 more times, but we're not going to do it in this stream because I've got other things I want to focus on. We're not going to do it in this stream, but we will eventually at some point have to do it. So, you know, prepare yourselves. Because I don't really guess it actually technically has to happen. It would just be really nice to happen to be able to get the iron that's down there. The gold specifically. The gold is really what I want. Okay, let's land. And let's start... Perfect. Let's start, you know, kind of theory crafting what we're going to do going forward. I need a cargo ship. I need a very big cargo ship, because if I want to go into space and come back down from space full of cargo, I'm going to need a lot of thrust, a lot of batteries, a lot of cargo space. So I want to carry... How much does this thing carry currently? Is it 6? Whoa. Be hopping in space engineers. It's only 6. So only 6 gives us, like, I think it's like 60,000 iron ingots after it's all been refined, if it's filled with nothing but iron ore. But it's not really that big of a deal, you know, because we just we run out, we go, oh, I'm out, and I just kind of fly back over real quick, mine another batch, and then I bring it back. It's not that big of a deal. But if I'm going to be going to space for this, and I don't want to have to go to space and come back and then be like, I should have got a little bit more, and then have to go back to space again, that's a way bigger journey, so I'm going to want it to be more fruitful for me. You know what I mean? 20 cargo boxes? That might not be a bad number. Do 2 wide like this, but 10 and 10 long. Have basically a wall of drills on the front. And pilot basically just a big cargo carrier with a drill attachment to the front into space. Mine an asteroid, and hope that it has enough thrust to get back down without exploding. That's the goal. That's actually the goal. That is the goal for today's episode. Is we're going to start working on a really big investment. Start working on a really big investment. Oh shit. I think we just grabbed the materials for the solar panel that I was supposed to repair and I had immediately forgotten about. That's okay. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we'll build from that, we'll go up a couple of blocks, and we'll start placing down the cargo boxes. We're going to do like the 2x10s. We get the 20 cargo boxes. It's going to be held in the belly. And then from there, we will probably put batteries on top. Since this thing needs to be kind of long and narrow, right? It needs to be able to get into space and bore through an asteroid. Yeah. I'm just trying to think about the layout of what we're going to have to do to make this, like, efficient, right? So let's grab a whole bunch of steel plate, because that's what we're going to build our foundation with, and a bunch of interior plate, because that's what we're going to build the cargo containers with. So let's grab steel plate. Let's grab a steel block first, and we'll start working with it. We'll just go ahead and bring it up a couple of blocks. I have no idea how long this needs to be, but we're going to go ahead and plan for it to be pretty big, since this is going to be our main gig for a little while. Is this ship. That's probably big enough. It's probably big enough, yeah. Let's do cargo boxes. Oh, we could do 3 wide. We could do 3 wide cargo boxes. Oh, are we getting greedy? What if I did 30? What if I did 3 wide, 10 long? Am I greedy? Is that too greedy? I know it's greedy, but like, is it too greedy? You think we get away with it? Shit. We might be able to get away with it. Let's dabble with the idea, right? Let's dabble with the idea. So 3, let's be 2, 4. Oh, did I get out of the line? No, I didn't. How many we got right here? I wasn't counting. 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Am I greedy? 39? don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a big number. That's a lot of cargo. I don't know if I'll have the thrust power to get this down. This might be too greedy. Sorry, I know we're using the G word a little bit, but I'm trying to... I want to make it efficient, but I also need to be somewhat realistic about the inventory cost that this is going to be. And the fact that I don't have unlimited funds. That's a lot of cargo. That's a lot of cargo. But I think we make it work. I think it works. Do you think I get rid of the center strip, get rid of this, and then that can act as like interior space of the ship? Keep it a little bit of a slimmer profile, not needing, you know, whatever interior space I would have, which would have to be above this, because this is now just void space. I could get rid of this center strip. I would still have, you know, 20 or so cargo boxes, but I'd also have room to store, you know, batteries, hydrogen tanks. Hydrogen tanks, that's probably not a bad gig. That fucker's really big, dude. Coming real close, too. Okay, as long as he doesn't get aggressive, we should be fine. I would never really need to manually interact with any of these cargo containers because they simply act as a transport for what we're bringing up and down. So, what do I really need for an interior? I need, like, I need a cockpit. I need a cockpit, really. It can be something like that. But I don't want to build that because it's going to space. I want it to be a little prettier than that. Let's get, like, the floor finished out for what will eventually be, you know... We're going to call this the front. We're going to call this the back. So this area back here is where we're going to have most of our stuff. Just arbitrarily place a stopping point for us. Another bunch of steel plate, and we won't have to weld all this by hand because we're going to be using the welding ship. Life is so good. Did we go outside of the... inside the frame? Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That dude is super close. 1.5 kilometers and he's not aggressive. Good deal. Good to know. The floor in here is mostly... It's mostly just going to be flat. We don't really need it to do anything, you know, super spectacular or special. We could treat this like the doorway coming in. Doors are 5 blocks wide. I want to use the sliding door on this. That's huge. That's actually gigantic. I don't want to do that. That's too big for what we're doing. Just use the regular small door. It's a little bit more appropriately scaled. Let's come down a block. And then we'll come over with something like this. That works. Is this 5 blocks wide? It is. Okay, that's fine. Just extend it one more. There we go. So now this is going to act as our like little ramp to get up inside of it whenever we, you know, if we like dock at a weird angle or we land it down and it's kind of like tilted over, this is a face that we can walk up and down. So I'm not too worried about it. Maybe we do 45 degrees, so that way if it's tilted down, we can still walk up it because it won't be as steep. This looks a lot cleaner, but I think the 45 will probably be better for us, since it's not something we know for certain. Hold on. I want to get a shape that I like before we start doing this too much. 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then it came down on the 4th one. Okay. Raper, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing? We are currently working on... Oh wait, is that different? Yeah, that one's different too. We're currently working on what will eventually be our interplanetary mining ship. Mining cargo ship. So we're trying to figure out currently cargo and how we're going to get into the ship, because I don't want to just mount a cockpit to it. I want it to have some sort of an interior. I want it to feel, you know, I want it to feel nice, you know? I don't want it to feel... I want it to have the same interior quality that the base has right now. Which is not like super decorated, but it's not just an empty hallway. Grease, how you doing? Welcome in. Getting a lot of people in here right now. How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? Let's see. This could be kind of cool. Doing something like that. Gives you a nice little ledge to land on, but it doesn't stick out like super far. And then up here, still doing the 45. War Thunder sucks. Okay. Okay, what happened? KV1? I made a post on my Instagram story last night talking about how much I hate the KV1. I hate the KV1. Talking about how much I hate it and how KV1 should go to hell. Okay, so I'm liking that. I'm liking that little setup we got going on right here. Let's get some blocks behind it. And then we'll go ahead and place down the door to kind of test, verify. Perfect. Sorry, I know I'm like whipping the camera around. It's a little crazy, but we're figuring it out. The Su-33? Oh, air. Queuing for another match right now as you talk about how much you hate it. Typical War Thunder. Let's get rid of the cargo box. We're done with that. I'm not going to have a pressurized interior in the ship. Just because it, like with small grid, that is... It's not impossible to do, but the size of an airlock that you would need, it needs to be at least like 5 blocks deep, because you need a door, 3 blocks for the engineer to stand in, and another door. And duplicating that on both sides would shrink my interior space to basically nothing. This is super intense building. This is trying to figure out what I want. This is planning, prepping, designing, all of it in survival. When I think most people do all of this in creative and then do a blueprint system to bring it in. Bring it into the game. We ain't doing that. We ain't about that. Alright, let's do... This block can get changed out to that block. this block can get changed out to that block. And I know that doesn't match the 45-degree block that we're using for like the ramp. I don't care. It's gonna match what I want. And what I want is for this wall to be tapered in like that. Ooh, that's gonna look good. That's gonna look good. So we'll do... There we go. Damn. One, two, there we go. Oh, what a perfect jump. There's that. Turn this one around to there. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. Now it all kind of like goes into the door. I'm really digging this. You can make the whole cockpit an airlock. Depressurize when leaving. Pressurize when you're in it. True, you're right. So all of this area could be depressurized. Or it can act as the airlock. And then when I go into the cockpit, which can be somewhere up here, have another door that actually pressurizes the cockpit and has this as its airlock. I'm tracking on what you're saying. I'm tracking on what you're saying. So let's bring some blocks across so that way we can stop jumping around. And maybe for the sake of aesthetics, we put windows on the floor right here, like a little quad of windows going down. I don't know. This is gonna be really expensive. Let's figure out what we want to do, how we're gonna get up on top of this. Maybe get rid of that one. And I'll build a ramp system right here. That'll be fine. I don't want to use the ladders while we're in space, just because we've already discovered that the ladders are a little bit buggy. They sort of work, they sort of don't work, at least with like the small grid implementation. I'd rather just not deal with it. Let's go ahead and get this welded up though. This is a lot of stuff. I want to go ahead and get it welded. How many things do we end up with? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 29? Yeah, 29. So, production, small blocks, large cargo container, and we want 29 of these. So we're going to do 30. 1, 2, 3. 17,000 iron. I don't think I have that. I do not. I do not have that at all. Okay. Okay. No, yeah, trust. I got it. I got it. Whatever. I got it. I didn't want to have it anyway. Let's take this ship. We're going to go mine some iron first. And we'll come back and windows to kind of see where I'm landing. I'll probably end up putting a camera on the bottom, since I think the cockpit is more than likely going to sit about here. Think similar to the shape of like the Halo ships. I don't know the classifications of what the ships are. In Halo Reach, the Grafton, the ship that comes down and shoots the Mac round into the tower and then gets shot in half, it's going to have that shape. Central body, 2 nacelles at the back, command center at the top. It's going to have that shape. It's going to be, you know, central body, some sort of thruster pack in the back, command center at the top. That's going to be that's kind of what I'm envisioning in my head. And then up here in the front, I'll have a bunch of drills. And ideally, this length between the front of the ship and where the cockpit is going to be will be long enough to kind of like bore into the asteroid. Let's go grab Should we go ahead and convert these down into tier 2s? It would save us on fuel. It would save us on fuel. Fuel is a big deal. If we get rid of both of these, do these stay mounted? What are they mounted to currently? Nothing? Nothing. They're not mounted to anything. They don't stand for nothing. Let me grab some steel and reinforce these thrusters before I start trimming away. There we go, something like that. Let me do on this side as well. Okay, now we can start trimming. Paris class frigate. Let me give that a goog. Make sure we're talking about the same thing. Paris class frigate. Yes. Similar to that. That's kind of the shape that I'm envisioning in my head for what I want the cargo ship to look like. Also, fellas, in just a second, I'm gonna step away to go grab myself some water. I'm getting parched. So, you know. There's that. I think I placed that one backwards. Yeah, whatever. There's that. Dump those resources. Open this up. And now there's this. Cool. So this retains the amount of thrust that we had, but it removes the cost, like the fueling cost. So it's like an efficiency upgrade. I'm really hyped about it. So we're gonna do that same thing back here. If I get rid of these, does everything still work? Yeah. Oh. Okay, well, should have thought about that. We'll think about it for the next one. I was unaware. So we'll just go ahead and rebuild the whole rear end, it's fine. I didn't foresee this happening. Could not be deposited. What's wrong? Why are we not depositing?
Inventory full.
Yeah, I hear you. We're trimming down all the thrusters. Okay, so this one can now get placed. Oh, it needs to come up by one. Okay, that one can get placed.
Energy low.
And then we'll do the forward thrust and then the side thrust on both sides. Okay. What do we... Oh, doors? Let's... do something like that. Do that. There we go. Oop. Anyway, after we get this finished, we're gonna go mine iron. Yippee! And all these cost savings should allow us to run for a longer amount of time. There we go. And then we'll hang the other one right here. Perfect. Did I accidentally put materials somewhere that I didn't mean to? I shouldn't be any lower on materials.
Energy critical.
Yeah, I hear ya. Okay, I'm lower. I shouldn't be, though. We've turned... No, yeah, we should actually be, because that one was just a 1-to-1. Okay, that's fine. I didn't think about that. There we go. So now, at this point, we should have all the thrusters except, like, the forward ones finished. Yeah, like that one. All of those are tier 1s. All of these, all of these up here are tier 1s. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap them. Because being tier 2 is going to make them more fuel efficient, and part of the issue we have with this thing is runtime. So this is kind of a necessary upgrade.
Energy critical.
That everything that dropped? Yeah. So... there's that. And then we'll go do it on the other side. Catch you later, off to bed. Alright, I'll see ya. I'll see ya. Oh, that one.
Inventory full.
Oh wait, did this thing was the cockpit not mounted to anything else? The cockpit wasn't mounted to anything else. Ah, that's unfortunate. Damn. I just broke my whole damn cockpit. Okay.
No
Can't win them
energy.
all. Can't win them all. That's unfortunate. I didn't even think about that. The cockpit wasn't attached to the main body. It was just attached to the thrusters. Man, that ended up being a lot more work than it was worth. I should have attached the cockpit. I didn't even think about it. That's okay. For just like basic mining operations, I don't need any of the automation that that the cockpit provided. So it's not that big of a deal. Not the world's biggest loss. It's fine. I got everything? Yeah, I think so. So let's place the side mount thruster. 1. 2. And then let's do the vertical thrust. And then we'll mount the cockpit. Goodness gracious. We tried, gamers. We tried. We learned. We learned for next time. Next time, don't mount your cockpit to thrusters. Got it. Learned. Noted. I'm honestly just excited to have the fuel efficiency of this. So even though we lost it a little bit, I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. Okay. Let's turn it on so that way I can just start withdrawing straight from the horse's mouth. Like this. There we go. Your drill rovers keep getting bigger. Good. You know what? This isn't even a rover. It's got wheels, but it's not a rover. Would you believe me if I told you? This thing flies. It just has wheels to act as bumpers. Alright, nothing should be in here. Give me everything that's extra. I actually don't know why we have extras. We have left and right, or like forward, up. Everything's at 100. Everything's at 100. I don't know why we would have extra materials. I'm not gonna question it. Anyway, let's go mine, because this has been quite a process. The only thing I want is a tool block. That's it. Let's make sure that that guy doesn't get angry at us. Let's try and stay low. Wheel bumper good. Wheel bumper really good. Wheel bumper so good. One of my favorite things after discovering, like after somebody told me about the wheel bumper method, one of my favorite things so far has been coming down with a full load, just smacking the ground and it not being a problem. That has been one of my favorite things so far. I'll be like, oh no, I'm about to lose everything. Oh, nothing happens. It's been really funny, because there's just no worry. There's no worry. There's no downside. Downside is it's ugly. It's ugly as fuck. Like language, sorry, but goodness gracious, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Oh, another group I want is this, to throw out on or off. There we go. I forgot to put the damn light on this. Hold on, I can't see anything. There we go. That's a little better. What are they talking about? How amusing. Oh, from Ember, okay. Having the upgraded thrusters has added benefits of it also reduces the weight of the vehicle. This thing just flies better. I mean, it doesn't reduce it by a ton, but it definitely reduces it by a little bit. Like, the vehicle's base weight has been reduced and thrust has been increased. So it's got so many benefits to it. Oh, it's so good. So good. Oh man, it's kind of got me excited, because this means that I'm gonna be able to build this ship with probably like the tier 5 thrusters. I'll probably just cough up the extra materials for it and go crazy for like the tier 3, 4, or 5 thrusters on the cargo ship, and just load it down. Just get crazy with it, you know? Just go full inventory, come out of the atmosphere, and hope I don't crash. Parachutes would probably be nice. Parachutes would probably be something cool to have, you know? Yeah, you know, I was thinking about it. Parachutes would probably be pretty cool. I kind of forget that parachutes are even in this game a lot of the times. Are parachutes multi-use, or do you have to make a parachute every time? Because if they're not multi-use and I do have to make one every time, then I'll probably just end up keeping a bunch of them on the ship. Okay, it's still a little sluggish once it gets full, but that's fine. You can't win them all. Like a gun? Needs canvas. Gotcha. Alright, let's park it right here. And are we forward enough? Yep. That's good enough, right? It's probably good. Alright, throw out. Nothing's missing. Perfect. Cool. We're just gonna sit here for a second. Parachute is not multi-use, but you can put extra in the thing. Okay. So I can store like 3 in there and then use it, you know, pop it and then cut it and then pop it again? Or is there some sort of like rearm cycle? Like if I wanted to, could I deploy, cut, deploy, cut, deploy, cut, and just have like 3 parachutes pop out? After this deposits its iron, we're gonna go get one more batch of iron. Because this cargo ship that we're building is gonna require a lot. Just open and close the block. Okay. I got you. While this is dropping, this little bar right here is your loading screen. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Sorry my chair's loud. I know you guys can hear it. My microphone is different than it used to be. And my chair is squeaking. I think I need to get a new chair. I have returned. Damn, this thing's taking longer than normal, I feel like. I do like this. I do prefer this method of drop-off rather than just doing a connection. We'll probably incorporate something like this for the cargo ship. I know it's way bigger and it's going to take way longer, but I think... Kick? How you doing? Ella Stewart, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Playing Space Engineers. We are offloading all of our iron right now because we are currently building this monstrosity. Hold on, let me get it closer to me. This monstrosity. Wow, my finger's disappearing. There we go. Right there at the tips of my fingers. We're building a different ship. Good deal. Good deal. So, we've been streaming for about an hour and 30. We are doing mining runs to get all of the resources that we need to build the ship. With the ultimate goal of getting into space and coming back down full of resources. Is this my favorite game? Hours wise, yes. I think this is the game I have the most hours in. Favorite game? Probably not. Probably not. I've got a lot of complaints with this game. Got a lot of complaints with this game. But maybe I have complaints with it because I like it. You know? You're gonna add missile bay to the spaceship? We will probably have... I'll probably just put turrets on it, really. I don't really want to, like, direct the thing at the target should we start getting raided. I would rather flee from the target and have my weapons fire back for me. What are my complaints? All of the systems, just in general, every system across the board doesn't feel fleshed out enough. It doesn't feel complete. It feels like a test bed. Even though the game is in its full release, the game doesn't feel finished. You can make a gravity generator and then make a shotgun with all that extra stone I got. We could do that. We could do that. You know, another option you have is to put ejectors on the back of the ship, and then as you fly away, you drop stone behind you, so as they fly into it, they get peppered. They get peppered with stuff. You like story games? I do too. We did Red Dead Redemption 2 not too long ago, and I think that's probably the best story that I've played in quite a while. I would like to say that I really like the story of GTA 4, another Rockstar game, but I feel like GTA 4's story had a lot of fluff in it that didn't really, like, progress Nico Bellic. It kind of just, it was kind of just acted as world building. Have I played Hogwarts? I have not. I've never played a Harry Potter game, ever. I've never played, like, the Harry Potter Lego games. None of it. I've never played anything like that, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if it's an absolute banger or not. We're so full of inventory that we are struggling to build speed. We can't hold ourselves up. Do I daily? I try. There's a couple of days where I'll miss here and there, but for the most part, yeah, I try to daily stream. I'm sure my viewers would disagree. They'd be like, nah, that fucker goes a couple days at a time without doing anything. And I get it. I get it. That's fine. You guys hate me. I get it. That's fine. Whatever. We're gonna stay really close to the ground since we're a little heavy. Great potential. I appreciate it. I fuck with that. We actually spent the first maybe 20 minutes of this stream messing around with the camera because the camera was giving us issues. Where are we from? Come on now. Online safety. You don't tell people where you're from. Stranger danger. North Sentinel Island. That's where I'm from. Yeah, this thing is a little overloaded right now. Can we just kind of glide? Yeah, we can. Hold on. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of glide. We are pitched way up to try and Ooh, 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 ooh. We're coming really close to the ground. Go up, damn it. Go up. Please go up. Please. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this thing is gonna crash and burn. Hook up some hydro thrusters for the event like this. Yeah, I might have to do this. I might have to do this. Get some sort of like hydrogen boost. Also, the harpy. I think we could take the harpy out. Terrain, pull up. That, but I need the boy kisser cat telling me. Alright, let's try and land. Hey now. Hey, that's butter. I don't even care. We're gonna just kind of glide across the surface like this. Some oh shit thrusters. Alright, let's try and come to a stop. Adding some fun and attractive content to your channel to get viewers interested in your streams. You talking about like on Kick? I have no clue how to work Kick. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. I've got no fucking clue. If you're about to try and sell me artwork for my channel, I'm gonna blow you up. If you're about to try and sell me something, I'm gonna blow you up. Straight up. You're gonna get like that. No second chances. Alright, so we got most of this pretty evened out. Look at that. I don't think we broke any of the collectors down there. I don't think anything's broken. Yeah, I don't think anything's broken. Oh. No. Yeah, nothing's broken. Dude, we did great. We did great. I think adding more ejectors on this would be the move. You know, to make it a little faster. Let's try something out like that. How many are we gonna need? 2, 4, 6. We're gonna need 12. Gotcha. Just fill my inventory with this stuff. There we go. The stones are too small to break anything? Are they? Are like small stones like this, do they not transfer any like force? Alright, so let's do this one. Place, 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 place. Come over here, do the same thing. Place, 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 place. Fantastic. And it looks like it's about done. Ah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's still doing its thing. We're going to put all the materials in this. And then this is what's going to weld it while it's continuing its drop cycle. There we go. Accelerate them with a gravity generator. See, now I like the idea of accelerating stone and blowing holes in people's ships I like that idea a lot. Alright, everything's welded. We're gonna go ahead and park this back over here so we don't accidentally damage it. There we go. Now, did that weld all of them? Yeah, looks like it. Everything is 100%. Perfect. Get in here. What are the droppers? So we need connector. So now, hold on. Connector droppers. We're gonna do throw out off. That will, perfect. Now they all match. And that was our second batch of iron, right? Yeah, it was, because the first time we didn't almost die. The second time we did. Let's move the ship. Move this one. Bring this one over for... Oh, I'm not gonna be able to. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Whatever. Cool. So we're just gonna let that be how it is right now. We should have plenty of iron, enough iron at least, to get going what we're doing. This ship, just because of how many drills it has. That's another reason I don't like playing online. It's because like I have to worry about block limits. And then I know that the way that they balance it is by making everything a little bit easier to kind of counter the block limit. You know, by making voxels drop more ores or making assemblers more efficient just as a default. That's fine. I really think unless I'm actively playing with someone, multiplayer Space Engineers just doesn't really suit me. I think if I had a group that was in different time zones, and when I get on, they might be getting on, but they're probably for the most part going to play by themselves, and I'm going to play by myself, and there might be a little bit of an overlap. But other than that, a multiplayer server doesn't seem all too interesting. I would like to play in a multiplayer server and have like the fear of all my shit could get blown up while I'm offline. But for the most part, I play this game like a filthy, dirty, nasty casual, and I want to build stupid shit like this, you know, and build missiles that don't actually do anything and just spike them into passerbys for no reason. I guess I could do that on multiplayer too. I could do that on multiplayer. Oh, the Sky Factory, man. The Sky Factory calls to me. I want to take it down. Let's get to welding. What are we doing? Let's did all my cargo boxes ever get made? Make a mousetrap thing and drop the stone so you can watch it roll around. Just gonna put all those into gravel. I was thinking about making like a waterfall, basically, of having like connectors at the top that drop onto some little surface, and then having collectors at the bottom, and just having it in a constant feedback loop. So it's just this constant waterfall of iron. I think it could be really cool if done correctly to like accent a mining operation, you know, make it look like a conveyor belt. I think that could be really cool. But I could only imagine the lag of constantly having an item update, remove, over and over, plus the conveyor cycle of updating its collection and drop point. I think it'd be really cool. I just don't know if the game could handle it large scale. Let's start welding. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. There we go. Over here. Let's, oh, sorry, my back is killing me. Let's turn this thing off and upgrade the thrusters on it real fast, because I would like to have the thrusters upgraded before we start building on that, because I would like to start packing more material into this. And currently, if we fill all of the cargo space on this thing, it does not have the thrust to hold itself up. Really, all that needs to be done is this one, and this one. That's really all that needs to be done. Atmo thruster. Let's do a tier 2. That'll be fine. There's that. And there's that. Okay. And then we'll do tier 2 Atmo. There we go. And there we go. So that'll get welded. There we go. Perfect. And then let's put the little light back on the front, because I do like it. I think it looks nice. There we go. And turn the radius up to, like, you know, 10 meters, whatever. Turn the intensity way down. Cool. So I want to go ahead and start building the cargo boxes. So just fill my build planner with that. Withdraw. Place. Withdraw. Place. Oh, is that full? Surely not, right? There we go. Withdraw. Place. We're gonna do it again. Full inventory of them. There we go. Alright, so that should build a good number of them. We'll start at the front and then work our way back, since the back is mostly just steel right now. What kind of color palette are we thinking? I'm almost tempted to say we should do the color palette of this welding ship. I really like the green, like the seafoam green and yellow with like the black like utility or like internals of it. I really like it, and I'm almost tempted to do that same thing for this cargo ship and letting that be our color palette moving forward, because this thing is an industrial vehicle. Like straight up, it is only used for processing, you know, welding. It has the yellow on there, and it kind of shows that, but I also like that it has the black as an undertone, and then it has the seafoam green as just like the shell of the vehicle. I kind of like it. I kind of like it, and I'm almost tempted to just say that we do it like that. I think this thing is about done. Yeah, I'm just welding up the steel at this point. We'll go ahead and weld it. It's fine. There we go. Weld all of it up for this side. I've been playing War Thunder with the fellas in Discord at night, like, you know, after stream and stuff. It's been interesting. It's been real interesting. I'm really bad at tanks. I'll just put that out there. I'm bad at tanks, but I really like playing tanks. I like playing air. Air's fun, but I only really care for air arcade. I don't like air realistic, but I really like tanks realistic. I don't like tanks arcade. Hold on, let's just bring this thing forward to like right here. That's perfect. Look at that. Now we can just deposit. Am I really out of material already? Did it just not produce what I wanted it to? It's a little unfortunate. I asked it to make 30. Unless it just automatically canceled it because it didn't have the materials. I don't think I've ever had issues setting up the cooperative mode, but it doesn't seem like it wants to work right now. We'll have to check that, make sure that cooperative mode's working. Because I had it turned off or on or something to make a whole bunch of gravel, or like turn gravel into concrete for the voxels later. Damn, look at the storage. That's a lot. I'm excited. Oh man, I'm so excited. Alright, so now what do we need for these doors right here? Let's pick up the material. Well, 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 onion. Well, 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 Gavin. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm currently working on a massive ship that I probably should be designing and testing and doing all the things in creative mode, but I'm doing it in survival mode. I don't really know why, but I'm not like proving to myself that I can do it because I know that I can, you know, it's just time. I'm kind of just fucking it all up, you know, I'm just wasting time. It's got a lot of material in there that we don't need. I bet I could. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I would need to build some sort of stair going from here to up there, and I think what I'm probably going to do is just do a 45 block going up. Let me go grab some steel plate. Probably just going to do a 45-degree block going up, so that way I know that it functions while I'm at any weird rotation. You've been in here for 2 hours and 50 minutes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I wonder if that command works on YouTube. Because I have some people who spend like the full stream in here on YouTube. I wonder. I have no clue. I ain't got no clue. Let's... Gotta be a new thing? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, yeah. All that's good. I'm just welding up the little, like, basics of the floor right now. Let's get the... We could put the gyroscopes right here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like maybe you have more watch time on YouTube. Maybe you don't. Maybe you've only recently been watching on Twitch. Maybe. Let's see about the ramp. Let's see. I want the, like, floor, I guess, to be up here. They need to be like, it really needs to be a couple of blocks high. Before we worry about that, before we worry about like how the interior is gonna work, let's get the skeleton made. So we have the cargo, we have roughly where we want to enter the ship. I need like a battery bank area where I'm actually gonna store the power for this thing. And I think we're going to store the power right here in the ass. So 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Didn't work? Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just a Twitch thing. I want to place the batteries on this block. I don't want the batteries to be... Damn, well... Maybe I should put the batteries in a little bit more of a defensible location. Well, I don't know. I don't really guess it matters because, I mean, the cargo's this low. If anything happens, I mean, I'm losing all my cargo, which is the most important part, not the batteries. Yeah, I feel like this is fine. We'll just put the batteries right here. Grab the battery. I would really like to use these, but I don't have the silver to make them, unfortunately. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube does the XP thing anymore. Do they? They've been doing a lot of little beta testing for their streams. They do? Okay.
Fuel low.
Something like that. Okay. I'm digging that. That's definitely not enough batteries, but it'll be enough for now. It'll be enough for now, because I would like to stay mostly battery powered. Damn. There we go, something like this. That should be plenty of batteries for this. What kind of ship are we looking to make shape-wise? Do you ever play Halo Reach or any of the Halo games? It is the Paris class. It's the ships that are like really long. They have like their main control seat up at the top, and then the rear they have like two big thrusters. So from the top looking down, it's like a dick and balls. But from the side profile, it's like just a really long ship with a little thing sticking out of the top. That's kind of the shape that I'm wanting to go with this one, as I think it'll work out good. So, okay, so now we have cargo and battery. I'm gonna need to implement some way of dropping cargo, but I think I build that once I can get this thing in the air, because all of that stuff is gonna have to be underneath it, and I didn't really plan to do that. So next is gonna be I mean, really, a ship doesn't need much more than this. It needs power, storage, gyroscopes, and thrusters. Right? So yeah, let's get the floor placed down, and then I'll put all of like the utility blocks right here. So ore detector, antenna, that's it, really. There's not really a whole lot that a ship actually needs in this game. So there's that. Let's do... maybe right here, we'll put the ore detector. Something like that, and then do an antenna on top of it. And it'll just kind of look techie sitting right there. And then over on this side, maybe do like just a stack of event controllers, since they're useful to have. Interior plate. Do a stack of event controllers and timer blocks, just because it's useful to have. That'll be fine. 4 event controllers. Do plenty of them. And then we'll make sure to have, what's it called? Timer blocks. A couple extra timer blocks. That's good. What else could a fella need on a ship like this? Nothing, really. I mean, that's really about it. Maybe a remote control and like the basic move type, so that way I can have this thing auto move to a location while I'm doing something else. But really, since it's just me and I don't have the ability to like utilize the move function and do something else. I don't have the ability to do something else while it's moving because it's a cargo ship. There's nothing for me to maintain or do. So that's not really useful, other than the fact of just like letting it do its thing and I can just sit back. But that's not interesting for any of us. Maybe. The gravity generator, but I think I need silver for that, so I can't even place that down just yet. A jump drive could sit here as well. 2 jump drives could sit here. But I still think that needs all the materials that I don't have. So for the time being, we're just going to kind of let it ride. Let it ride! We're going to do a bunch of windows so I can see all that junk.
Fuel critical.
No, we're not. That's just expensive for no reason. How much steel plate do I have? Plenty. We will, however, paint this yellow. So that way I know that there's something there. Should I need to get back into this area. Want chocolate milk? That's real. I've got this little, like, protein powder I've been drinking. I put it in milk and it tastes like a little latte. It's really nice, I won't lie. I actually put it in my cereal last night. Call me crazy. I put it in my cereal before I went to the gym. So I had cereal, creatine, protein powder, caffeine, mixed all that up, and then I ate it like cereal. And then I went to the gym. It was great. Cool. And then leaving that spaced off by 1 block gives me space to put conveyors. Should I need them, I could probably honestly go up 2 blocks, and that gives me the ability to put batteries on top, or hydrogen engines, or tanks, or anything. It just gives me more room. We'll do that. It also gets me up a little bit higher to kind of see. Okay, I'm liking this. Just kind of connect in the wall right here. You know, nothing too crazy. I'm at a steel plate. That's crazy. Has to be fire. Whoa, what? I drank a whole gallon of milk earlier. Almost threw up. Yeah, so I did the milk challenge. I did the fucking gallon of milk challenge. And I almost threw up. Who would have guessed? Okay, and then we'll do this same thing over here. Okay, cool. So that has most of this finished off. I'll probably end up putting a ceiling on this. That's not too terribly high. I'm out of hydrogen. Yeah, that's not too terribly high. We'll do something like that and then bring it down. There we go. Cool. Oh yeah, no, that's plenty high. I was going to say that'd be a little low to put a light, but that's fine. Cool, and this can be where the top is. We'll have another floor up here. This will be where the bottom's at. I'm liking this a lot. Okay. What are we shooting at? You better not be shooting my damn ship. Let's get this up on top of the here. What are you shooting at, huh? Just dogs? Dogs that are way far away that are not causing me any issue? Let's just put this. There we go.
Critical.
12 egg omelet. Oh, dude, I've been tearing up some eggs lately. Been tearing them up. Okay, so this is looking pretty good so far. Antenna or detector, event controllers and timer blocks, cargo, battery. I need an area for gyroscopes. But other than that, that's it, right? I mean, that's it. That's everything that that's everything that a ship needs. I'm trying to think. This is our most basic ship right here. And it has I hate running all the way around. I gotta put a door. Do that to fill up energy, and then come over here and fill up the bottle. There we go. It has cockpit, thrusters, battery, antenna or detector, event controller, timer block. So thrusters, that's all I'm doing. That's all I need, right? I just need thrusters in a cockpit. That's all it's missing. Okay. Cool, that's not too bad. Let's weld up the batteries. Let's get everything welded. And then let's get everything welded, and I'll start kind of forming the shape of the ship, you know, putting more of the decorative blocks on it. And then we'll get it in the air, finish the bottom of it, and then land it back down, and I'll finish the top. So I need to get like a silhouette finished, what kind of shape I want it to be. How many steel blocks do I have? Plenty. So from here, I actually want just blocks to come up right there, and then I want these quarter rounds no, hold on. To come out a block and then have the quarter round. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's do that on the other side. There we go. And then just bring this back. It can be flat. That's fine. just have that come back. That'll be fine. The rear of this thing is going to taper into like 2. So maybe off of this block. Something like that. We'll start kind of tapering it inwards. Yeah, something like that. I'm okay with that. Let's actually leave this open for now, because I think I'll probably end up putting a primary thruster pack in the back of it. Yeah, I'll probably have some sort of primary thruster pack in the back. So we're going to leave it open for now, but that's fine. This stuff up here. So it came out 3 blocks. Let's do that same thing over here. 3 blocks. Perfect. Okay. I want this shape to come forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, that's good. 21's good. Something like that. I actually want this to be wider. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. I think that's what I want. Sorry, I'm trying to think about the outline of this thing. So when it gets up here, yeah, that'll work. Oh, and a steel. Hold on. Steel plate. Yeah, anyway, so what I want is, I want it to be kind of wide, kind of like a triangle for the front, and then in the back, I want it to taper in at the doors, like the waist, and then I want it to flare back out for the hips to be the rear. You gonna head to bed? Alright, I'll see you, Gavin. I appreciate you stopping by. I do. So let's taper this. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, of course. Every day. I'm here almost every day. So the front, that looks good. That'll be fine. This up here needs to be tapered. Something like that. From about here forward, it's mostly just going to be a shell around the cargo blocks. And then once it gets back here, it's really going to thicken and start to kind of come up. because I want to make sure that this area can see over whatever we're looking at. So I don't need to bring this up too tall. And then once we get up here, once we get up to the very front, I really think it's just going to end up having to be one of those ugly-ass drill walls. It's not really what I want, but I think it's just what's going to have to exist. We could make a detachable drill front end piece that we put connectors on, attach to, use, and then disconnect from, and like attach to the back of the ship, back behind the cockpit area. That could be interesting. So let's bring this in. We'll just build it out of regular size blocks for now. Make sure we have everything lined up before we get started. Alright, is that one more? And then from there we'll just go flat again. Cool. And then up here in the front we'll have like two connectors. Two connectors. Yeah, I'm liking this. We could actually also put a merge block right here. Full-size merge block? Small merge block. Yeah, there we go. And now when we end up building whatever drill attachment we have, we can have two connectors to kind of align it. The merge block will actually align it, and these connectors will come back and deposit. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's going to work out good. That's going to work out real good. We might end up bringing this a little bit further forward, but I think it should be fine. Let's go ahead and get this welded. It's mostly just steel blocks anyway. Ore detector, antenna. And batteries. That'll be something to find out. If I tell this to make a bunch of steel plates, that one's making some. It splits the load enough. Hey Oni, not trying to sound like I know it all, but did you know you can build from cockpit with Control G to help when building up high? I've tried it. Hold on. Let me get in here. Also, hello Nova. Is that your first time ever talking here? I don't recognize the name. When I'm building and I go into Control G, it's not working. Do I have it rebound to something? Where would it be? If not in toolbars, maybe? No. Am I losing my mind? Am I losing my mind? Do I have to be in first person? No. Is it because this is not a cockpit, but instead is a control seat? Yes. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I got you. So this needs to be a cockpit. Why that's not a option for this is so crazy to me. Interesting. Okay, well, let's get rid of it then. I can't use it for what I want to use it for. I do still like the open air look, and that just offsets it by 1. I don't want that. But the industrial cockpit would be the best for this, I think. It just doesn't really work with what I got going on as my little builder. And this one's just ugly as butt. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to transfer the materials from my base to this thing with Build Planner. So I end up just manually transferring stuff anyway. So since I'm already doing it, why not just... It's really frustrating that I can't use a control seat. Yeah, we'll just kind of have it offset, I guess. Because I still want it to look like this. Like, I still want it to be open air. Yeah, okay, that one has the ability. That's so weird. So weird. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know how to transfer materials with Build Planner to a ship. Go ahead and start welding, though. Oh, I'm dialed in. Oh, another issue with the little like cockpit building is that, I mean, it's not really an issue. I just wish that I got the creative building tools of like the drag to place. I wish I got that. That'd be a great thing to have. We get everything? Alright, I think we've got everything. So that was fast. That was easy. That was easy. Let's grab... let's... Since I can't do the... Okay. I'm tracking. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I was gonna be like really building, I would probably just go through the effort of doing it in creative, blueprinting it, and then building some sort of manufacturing device in survival. No, I wish I had all the build tools for, you know, whatever I want to do. Battery. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our batteries placed. Oh my goodness gracious. A lot of transfer. Okay, what are we stuck on? Construction components. Perfect. We'll go ahead and weld up these 8. Nova, is this your first stream being here, or have you just been a lurky turkey? You've been a lurky ass turkey? Or is this your first one? What are we welding? You're just taking a while? Okay, we're just taking a while. Alright, so let's go back and do it again. Game, build me battery. Build me 10? 30? Build me 30? How much iron do I have? Do I have the iron for that? 16K. No. No, I do not. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. We'll let it happen. Let it see how it does. But I don't think I'm gonna have the iron for that. So we need to go do another mining run, I think. Unfortunately. Let's grab as much as we can. Go ahead and place it. Man, this is gonna be expensive once we get to the point of like putting thrusters down, especially if I want to do like the tier 2 stuff, where we end up, you know, needing to do double the price of all the thrusters. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so expensive. It's gonna be so expensive. Lurked a few streams where you're on in the background, so I was listening but not really able to chat. That's fine. That's kind of what I want my streams to be for the most part. Is just like background noise, because a lot of gaming really is pretty boring. So I understand that it's mostly just an auditory thing, and so I don't want the expectation for people to feel like they gotta pay attention visually to understand what I'm talking about, because for the most part I'm not really talking about a whole lot, and if I am, I feel like I do pretty good at describing it. It's just background noise. It's stuff people put on to go to sleep. Battery. What? What? There we go. Alright, so that's another bunch. Very entertaining for what it's worth. You're pretty engaged with what I've seen. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of compliments this stream. Granted, one of them was trying to sell me something, so I don't know if their compliments were real. But I appreciate it nonetheless. You're not trying to sell me anything, are you? I'll give you the same treatment. If you are. If you are trying to sell me something, you're getting blown up. If you're not trying to sell me something, you're good. You're in the clear. Oh, hell yeah. Did all that stuff get built? Whoop. Here we go. Short on steel plate. That's fine. Yeah, hey, that's fine. That is A-okay. That is A-okay. Oh, A-okay. Isn't that a cereal? I've been dialed in on cereal lately. Oh, what is that? That doesn't have a thing. Doesn't have an antenna? No antenna? It's basically like asking for a missile to get thrown at you. Alright, let's finish up these batteries. Was cooking, that's why the no chat. Even if you weren't talking, no shade, I swear. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I've got a lot of lurky turkeys. I got a lot of lurky turkeys. I've got some lurky turkeys that are so lurky that they might say one message. Maybe. They might say one. Or they'll be like, they won't say anything for multiple streams, and they'll be like, hi. And then they'll disappear again. They'll just disappear. Like, okay, I got it. You know, you're speaking about the music filling the space. I was thinking about making the music a little bit louder, but having it duck to where it is now. So when I stop speaking for a minute, the stream's ambient volume doesn't dip too low, and then when I start talking again, it doesn't come back up, because I know that some people, me especially, if I fall asleep to something and then all of a sudden there's a loud ass noise, it'll wake me up. So, you know, I need to make the stream have like a consistent volume, but I need the music to quiet down when I'm talking, since I know sometimes music can be a little loud. And I would like to find more music too. I'd like to find more stuff than just the lo-fi. I like to have something else. Not as like a complete replacement, but just as extra, you know, just if I want something different. But if you tweak it to be subtle, it could be nice. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. If I was able to adjust it to where the music could sense my pattern, right? And then have some sort of delay, basically like a compressor, is give it a delay to where it's checking. Okay, it's been X amount of time since his mic volume has been over the certain amount. Bring audio up. I think it's doable. I think it's probably just doable with like a basic compressor and ducking feature. Ah, the connectors up at the front. Let's go grab those. I need to do it. I need to, you know, set that up, because I think that would increase the quality of the stream. I think it would. I think it would make it something a little more approachable to put on at night. You know, if you were going to put it on to sleep. Not having to worry about me not talking for 4 minutes at a time and then saying like, wow, you know? Waking you back up. Alright, so that's looking good. I think that is looking good. We've got batteries, antenna, ore detector, event controllers, timer blocks, cargo, connection points in the front for drills and stuff. Let's go take a gander at what we got going on. Everything should be welded though. Everything should be welded completely. All the batteries are welded. Those are all welded up. Yeah, everything should be good. If we go over here to the control panel, nothing should be incomplete. Fantastic. Antenna, let's bring that down to 2 kilometers. Name, just don't have anything right now. It can actually just be antenna, yeah. Show the ship name, and the ship name is going to be Small Grid Mega Cargo, SGMC-1. Cool. Perfect. Oh, where was that big ship that we saw that didn't have the antenna? Was it that one? Maybe it was that one. And I just had my waypoints turned off. Okay, so I'm liking this so far. We need to fill in the floor. And I need to figure out about how I want to do the cockpit setup up at the top. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm digging this. Yeah, let's set up the cockpit. Let's actually, before we set up the cockpit, let's set up the conveyor lines for what will connect the connectors into the cargo. You do a conveyor and do the converter. We're gonna have 2 converters on both sides, and then that'll give us small conveyor output. It's always raining, man. It's always raining. Let's see, production over here. Converter, make 2 of those. 2 of those. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2. Since we've been playing Space Engineers pretty well. Rev, how you doing? I've been grinding. I've been grinding the small grid. It's been a learning curve for sure. It's definitely gotten me used. I am used to this. I am used to this. I am used. I feel like I failed English class. What? I am used to this. Is there a D at the end of that? I am used to this? No, I have been used. I am used to this. What the fuck? It's like saying zebra 50 times in a row and then it doesn't sound like a real word anymore. Anyway, I'm used, oh my god, to the small grid. I'm used to the grind that it is. You know, not being able to transport enough material, not being able to move the amount of earth that I want. I'm getting okay with it. It's not as big of a hindrance as I think it's possible, is all I'm saying. It's doable. It's nothing like game-changing. I'm kind of excited for Space Engineers 2 with like the multi-grid thing. Being able to just, oh my goodness. Being able...
Low health.
Did I lose way too much health just now, or was I really low health and I didn't realize it? Did I just lose way too much health? Or was I low health already and die? Oh. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. We gotta get rid of you. You're in the way. You're in the way of the things I want to do. I'm lost for words. I'm flabbergasted. I didn't even grab the shit I needed. I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's the thing. That's the drill. That's the drill ship. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we gotta take that thing out. No. We're focused. We're doing things. I don't need to mindlessly send a missile. We're focused. We're doing things that we know we need to do right now. Hold on, sorry. I know I'm bouncing around in my menus. I'm still gaining myself from what just happened. Interior, motor, construction component. Am I out of construction components? It's crazy. I made 700 of them. I've got a lot of you guys in here. How you doing, fellas? Got a whole bunch of you in here. How you doing? How you doing? How are you doing? There we go. We'll weld all that up. Myrmidon from EVE Online minus the drills. You talking about this is gonna minus the drills? Or does the Myrmidon have drills? What are my plans with the ship that we're working on? It is a massive cargo ship that will eventually have a drill attachment on the front to go into space, mine silver, because we haven't found silver on this playthrough yet. I don't even know how many hours deep we're into this playthrough. We're maybe 60 hours into this world, and we haven't found silver at all. We found gold, cobalt, silicon, nickel, iron, mag. Ice, if you want to count that. We found all of that. The only thing we haven't found is silver. And it has been frustrating. So, since we haven't found silver, I'm going to go to space and search for it on an asteroid because I feel like that might be easier than scanning the ground. Part of what's made it so difficult is that we're using deeper ores, so ores can spawn up to, I opened the mod up and adjusted it, the ores can spawn up to 1,000 meters underground, a kilometer. Ores have a minimum depth of 100 to 150 meters, so at 100 to 150 meters, iron, nickel, silicon can spawn. At like 350 meters, cobalt, magnesium, and magnesium spawn, and then at like 550 to 700 we found gold. I have yet to find silver. We have done so much mining. There's literally like 2 streams in a row where we went underground at where silver should be spawning at, which is the same level that gold should be spawning at, and we mined for like 2 hours. We mined in a straight line for 2 hours and just did circles and just checked everywhere, and we didn't find shit. Like Spaceballs, combing the desert, we ain't found shit. We ain't found shit. So, because that was so frustrating, I've decided that I'm just going to go to space. I'll find it somewhere else. I'll go to an asteroid and find it somewhere else. That's how just hissy about the situation I am. Yeah, so there's that. There's that. So we're going to space because I want silver. This whole thing is mostly getting made for silver. Does the mod affect asteroids? No. Something about because planets are considered a different generation type than asteroids generate vanilla. So, good for me, right? Alright. So we've got forward attachment. That'll be drills later. Don't have to worry about that. It connects into the cargo. That's good. We've got batteries, event controllers, timer blocks, ore detector, antenna. I should probably put an ore detector up at the front. That one's mostly just kind of there. Thrusters. Thrusters is next. And I think we're going to do... It's going to have to be hydrogen because I don't have any fucking silver to make thruster components. So I need hydrogen tanks on this thing too. How much space do I have on this edge right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I could put hydrogen tanks along the edge. it's just a mining ship. It's just a mining ship. It doesn't have to be combat ready, right? Right, and it gives me a reason to go back and forth, which is one of the biggest issues I have with this game, of there's not really a reason to move from your local area. What is happening over here? What keeps exploding? What are you even shooting at? You just shooting at dogs? Okay. There's not really a reason to move from your local area. You kind of just set up base, you mine the local resources, everything is close enough to you. Other than like uranium, there's no reason to move. So I was thinking, first, small grid only, everything's going to be way more expensive, and everything's going to grow a lot slower. Cool, that's what I want. Ores being way deeper underground means that I can't build massive mining rigs to go hundreds of meters underground and dance around inside of a cave and then get back out and go back home. I could, but it's going to be really expensive, so building something efficient is better. Building something like this, which has no cargo capacity on it at all, it is purely for scouting for ores, and then I take the actual mining vessel out because it takes so long to get to the ore. So it's a boring machine. You guys want to see what's underground? I don't know if Rev, if you're new here, you haven't seen what's underground. Let's just take a little trip. So this is what we've got underground. This is what has been doing a good bit of our maintenance materials. We can actually bring that up because the voxels are breaking right there. Anyways, there's all of our hydrogen storage. Here's our batteries. They're doing good. Here is our main cargo. Here's our main cargo. Here's our ice storage, which eventually leads up into our generator room. And then we've got a nice little catwalk come up so we can, you know, survey everything. And we can come over here, and previously that drill arm that we saw over by the hydrogen storage is what was here to bore out all of this space to make space for this cargo. It's massive. We've been doing a lot of work under here. And that tunnel right there... Oh, we also have a neutered jetpack. So, dampeners on, I'm gonna jump and try and fly. Okay? We can fly up. I'm still holding spacebar. So we can't fly. That's why I just play with dampeners off, because I usually just use it as like a jump boost. So we don't have a jetpack either. This tunnel is what the boring machine mines. Just mines it in a straight line as far as you want to go. This tunnel goes for about 1 kilometer. And then it comes up to the surface. This is how I get ships underneath here, or whatever I need to use them for, without destroying my ice at the surface. Humble beginnings, right? Humble beginnings was this hole right here. This was our original little drill hole, you know, so we'd run down here, and then we'd start mining the stone. So you can see it's grown drastically. If you look back at like the first episode of this, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, we've made it so far. Started watching a bit before you started drilling that hole. So yeah, that was there already. Looks really cool, and I like the idea of the small grid. Oh, so we've also made it to where ore is heavier. So all ore in general is heavier. You can carry less of it per space of inventory. We're playing with realistic storage size, so tiny, basically. And refineries give less yield than default. So you can carry less ore is harder to get, and you get less ingots per ore and it costs more to make small grid. Assemblers also have lowered efficiency, so assemblers also need more material to make the same amount of components. I've basically made this game as difficult to continue as it can possibly be. There is so much resistance on everything that we do, because the very beginning of Space Engineers, the very start, the grind, is the best part of this game. Flat out, it is just the best part of the game. There is always something to look forward to. There's a goal that you need to achieve. You're hitting milestones regularly. Later, once you have whatever you want, you have some large grid ship that does all your mining for you, and then you have refineries attached to it, so it's doing all of your manufacturing for you as well. You just have this big mobile base that just is self-sustaining. You can kind of just build whatever the fuck you want, because you have the resources for it in bulk. And at that point, to me, the game loses all meaning. There's no reason to do anything else because I have it. If I want it, I have it. It's sitting in storage. This, I fucking love this. There's no reason to do this shit. This is a waste of material. But you can't do this with large grid, so I like the detailing that you get with small grid. Basically, all of this is to say, a hardcore SE2 is going to be fantastic. It's going to be right up my alley. Yeah, thanks for letting me talk about this, because I don't feel like I've talked about the difficulty of this playthrough. I did in the beginning, but I don't feel like I've talked about it in a little while. Where was I at, though? What was I doing? I was doing something. Thrusters? Yeah, thrusters, I guess. Thrusters. Let's, what's in my inventory right now? Conveyors. That's what's in my inventory. Cool. We're done with that, though. Let's grab a whole bunch of steel plate. Grab a whole bunch of steel plate. And start building out the basics of this cell that we want. Sorry, my mustache is... It's like messing with my nose. Let's see. I want this to come up and out. So if this is going to be 1, 2, this needs to come out. That needs to come out as well. I got the stream thing down. I appreciate it. I'm gonna sound really bitter and old when I say this, but I wish my numbers reflected that. I know it's just gonna take time, but like, I've been streaming for like a year at this point. And I've been growing. I've been growing for sure. But oh, I wish it was a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm liking that shape. I like that shape right there. I want that to kind of come up and then taper back over for the rear of the ship. I want the rear of the ship to look like 2 trapezoids pushed together, so I guess an octagon. No. Not an octagon. Hexagon? Holy shit, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I couldn't say used to earlier, and now I don't know what shapes. I don't know basic shapes. I want it to look like a stretched or a flattened hexagon. I want the bottom of it to be kind of pulled down. I want it to be really low, right, and narrow at the bottom. And then the top, I want it to be really flat. So I want the sides of it to kind of come up and then flatten off. Kind of like a diamond. Yeah, I want it to be like a diamond with a flattened bottom. So this is on the front of the second battery. Gotcha. Front of the second battery. Something like that. Yeah, that looks right. think. 3, 3. Built this correctly? 3, 3. Yeah, and then it's a 9 at the top. Yeah, okay. So that's the shape that I want. Let's bring the blocks forward for it. We will shape that. Let's get rid of these edges. And we'll just bring this forward. Something like that. And then let's bring this forward. And we'll bring it. There we go. Oh. Something like that. Oh, that's going to be daunting to mirror. As a fellow content creator, I know your pain. Real. Honestly, if I could go back and do it again, like if I could start fresh, I guess. My personal favorite live stream series that we've done here was Skyrim, was the Peterbilt playthrough. If I could go back and have that stream series when I had like a more developed audience, right? Like I had an audience who understood what I wanted to do with something, and I had like just a larger audience to see it and kind of help me realize the story of the character that we were making. I would love to redo Peterbilt. That's my favorite stream series. I think what I'm gonna probably end up doing is I want to stream Skyrim again, so I'll probably just make a new character. But oh man, we didn't fill in the bottom of the last one. We didn't fill in that bottom space. Damn, I'm moving my head like it matters. There we go. Something like that. Is that right? Oh, shit, I can't tell. This is gonna be so difficult to mirror. What's not connecting here? This? Am I losing my mod? Yes. Yes, I am. Hold on. This. Okay. Now, does that connect there? It does. There we go. Holy shit. Okay. There we go. Okay. Not to change subject, but are you excited for anything in the Prosperity update? Engineered Coffee's releasing a new video about the sloped cockpit that looks great. I haven't looked at it. I'll be so real. I haven't looked at the update. None of the recent updates have really changed my gameplay because I'm already playing it in such a odd way to begin with. Does it update economy in any way? That's the only thing that I think can actually change my direction of what I'm doing. I want to eventually have like 100 billion trillion grillion dollars in this game. Money. But that's about it. I don't use like the storing mechanics. that the station's got in like the previous update. I don't really use any of that. Let's see. Okay, how do I need to place this down? Like that? There we go. Okay, and then 7 can come in. Perfect. And then we can connect it back in with the full-size block. There's that. Okay. So that's coming along decently well. I guess we go ahead and get the floor made. The floor is... Goodness. Okay, here we go. Enlighten me on what the prosperity update entails. Or how long have we been streaming? 3 hours and 20 minutes? I've still got time to kill. I don't have to go to the gym for another hour and a half. We can we'll get a little bit further in on this ship, and then whenever you guys feel like want to take like a break or something, I'll bring up, instead of the game being the stream, we'll bring up like Google or something, and we'll research the update, give you guys a live review, a live impression, whatever the fuck, you know, those videos. A reaction. Oh my god, I'm a reaction channel now. I'm gonna start doing like drama reviews and stuff. You guys are gonna unsubscribe immediately. So excited for that. Okay, so I think we're gonna connect this wall over. There's that. Connect this over. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. So now we have what will eventually be the main roof of this area. Before I weld all this in, let's get the welding ship in here to make sure that the floor actually gets welded, and then we'll do the ceiling, since all of this has just been steel plate. We haven't placed anything, you know, we haven't placed anything that needs more material. Covers small changes to the store block, but that's it. Can't go into detail about other things due to NDA. Yeah. NDA. Me when I sign NDAs. I say yeah, like I've had to sign an NDA about something. Well, there was that one time. How long do NDAs last? I signed it. I don't remember reading it. It's okay. I'm not gonna chance it. They'll shoot me in the back of the head. I will have committed suicide with a gunshot wound in the back of my head if I talk about it. So best not to risk it, right? No biscuit involved. Can we... Ooh, there we go. Look at that. This weld ship is awesome. Dude, we've put this thing together quick. This has been 3 hours, and we've gotten a lot done. Gotten a lot done. It's all getting realized right before my eyes. Realize. You know what I'm saying? Slim Shady. Just weld that little patch in. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. We can actually extend the batteries forward another battery. That might be something we do, just because it's just empty space. It'd be wasteful not to. This can get filled in. This wall will probably just go up from there, so I can still access the cargo block if I need to. I don't think I ever will, but it's there in case. Yeah, that's about it, really. I'm kind of happy with this. We could use a door. This is something we did on the other ship, where we just have a door sideways like that. The door is more textured than the cargo block, as well as the cargo block has this gap around it that I don't like seeing. So putting a little access door in front of it, one, connects all the gaps, and two, provides an animated block. I like putting doors sideways and acting like they're little opens. Let me... How many more steel plate? Ooh, not a lot. Let's go grab some more steel. Grab some more steel. There we go. Finish out that wall. I'm gonna go ahead and place down the door. I would like to have a window right there. I think that could work. I think we could. I think we could definitely get a window right here to kind of look out the back. That would be a super cool little add-on, you know? I like that. Let's see how we would do that, because I like the idea. That's just gonna be wasted space. Wasted space. You know, way back when, I used to watch Wasted Space, Captain Shack, Morphologists, do like a Space Engineer survival series. I think that was so far back that was before the texture update. No, I take it back, because they were on a planet. They were on a planet. That was a great series. I wish it would have finished. Wish it would have finished. You ever look at old people's channels, like old channels that you used to watch, and you don't really watch them anymore, but like you just kind of want to see what they're up to now? Morphologist, his channel is so clean and like catered. It is what I aspire to be, truly. It is so well put together. His thumbnail style is great. His actual video delivery is great. The channel banner, icon, all of it, it's very clean. It's very clean. It's clean. I fuck with it. I mean, let's cut the shit. Let's be real. I'm a little jealous. You know? There's no way I'm short on computers? That's fine. I can be short on computers. That's fine. Make a couple hundred of them. Make a couple hundred interior plates as well. I like the way he edits his stuff too. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, the delivery of his content is really well... It's just good. It's just really high quality. The packaging of it, the actual delivery of it. I like it. I like what he does. I like, the last video I really watched from him was his Architect Reviews Star Citizen ships. I've never played Star Citizen. I never will. I'm mostly just interested in his content because of... Just wanted to check in on what his content looks like. And it's really good. It's really good. So let's... What does the bottom of this thing look like? Yuck. Alright, let's turn it that way, so we don't have to see that. There we go. Ta-da. Nice little animated block. So you come up to it, open up, you can interact with the cargo, and then you can close it back. I love that. I think that's so clean. I like it. It looks nice. Let's get the welding ship in here. I need to grab some girders because I want windows. Isn't there a 2x3? Yeah, there we go. Who are we attacking? Something over there. Oh, bruh, that better not be attacking my damn... That better not be attacking my drill ship over there. Because it doesn't have any defenses. It's just sitting out, dying. If it is. So let's grab girder and bulletproof glass. Yeah, let's grab girder and bulletproof glass. And now the way that I'm thinking I want this to look is... I think I want to have an interior window. It's like right here, you know, just acts as like a secondary defense. Something like that. But then out here, I want a slanted window. So that way the exterior of the ship looks like it has an exterior window. But the interior of the ship looks like it has an interior window. And it acts as like a little airlock, basically. I got double-paned windows in Space Engineers. I keep in all the heat in. But this is going to be sloped. So let's go ahead and plan for that slope. There's that and that. That and that. Okay, and so now we can put the windows. Yeah, you're not actually looking at anything in space. You're just kind of letting light in, I guess, or the darkness in. So let's do... We want the slope. Where's the... There we go. Can't wait for your bottles being filled straight from the refill stations. Being able to ping a lost ship because I like to start in space. And also for that same reason, a new starting space pod. So, you know, I've actually never lost a ship. Ever. I've got like 1,700 hours in this game. I've never lost a ship. We'll bring that up 3. We'll make it match. If it was matching and you look out... Oh yeah, your sight line is tiny. Yeah, your sight line's microscopic. Also, this is not gonna work. Oh. An exterior window might be really narrow for that to work. So like it's gonna have to be like here or something. Oh dude, your sight line is gonna be tiny. You've gotta... This is just not gonna work. We're just not gonna have one here. The distance involved in that is too much. It'd be pointless to do all that. That's fine though. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. That is okay though. We will put something interesting right here. Maybe like an event controller on top of like a turret controller or something. We'll make it look like something. So, like, when you lose a ship, are you traveling somewhere and then somehow die? And then when you respawn, you just can't get back to the ship? Like, is that what the ping system's made for? Or is it that, like, you're traveling and you're, like, transferring ships all the time and you end up losing, you end up forgetting what direction you went in to get to a ship? I'm usually pretty good about using the GPS system, like choosing a place where I want to base, dropping a GPS marker, choosing a space where I want to mine, GPS marker, and I know that somewhere between there is my shit. Somewhere between there. Which I guess the ping system just makes it easier because you don't have to do that manual process. Weren't they talking about also adding in different, like, combat states or something? I thought I read something like that for the little, like, Steam update, like the little preview that they drop in Steam, about, like, a ship or something can't be called back into storage if it's considered in combat. That could be really useful for modding. You don't park them and forget? You don't park them at your base? You don't park them at your base? Alright, look, I'm dilly-dallying. I ain't making any progress. What's my goal right now? Gyroscopes, really. Gyroscopes is my goal. Let's do that. Let's do... Shit, I don't know. How many gyroscopes does a fella need? 10? 10 gyroscopes? Ten gyroscopes could be a cool number. Really, we're probably gonna have to use these like multi-tier gyroscopes. They cost a little bit extra, but they don't cost anything super extra. We'll probably just go ahead and put like tier 4 gyroscopes on here. Because that would technically give me 40 gyroscopes. And I mean, look at how much cargo we're going to have. Yeah, I think 40 is probably what we're going to need. This might be way too much. If it's too much, that's fine. We can always just tone down, you know, how much strength they have. If it's too little, I'll just place more of them along this edge. Had no antenna or beacon, set it to low and then run out of fuel while traveling. Okay, I'm tracking now. I see the utility. I see the utility. Ooh, that's gonna take forever though. It's gonna take forever to fill up. Make sure everything is full, and I'll just let the weld ship weld it, because it'll be faster. Park and forget. I haven't done a space playthrough in forever. What am I missing here? Construction components? Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to like... Maybe we get to a point where we're so We're done with the planet, right? We're done with the planet, and then we just go to space and we just live in space. The last time I attempted a space playthrough, I was on a multiplayer server, and I had spent a couple hours building a large grid ship to act as like my mobile base. It was pretty, it was long, it was sleek, it had 2 refineries tucked in the belly of it, it had a large cargo box, it had 2 large cargo boxes, it had 2 assemblers, all with efficiency modules. Like, the thing was great. It did its job well. It had an attached little mining ship on the bottom of it that we could use. It had like full airlock systems and all that. I spent hours making this in this server. I get back on, and someone had destroyed it. Somebody had found the ship just kind of sitting next to an asteroid and blew that fucker up. So I said, cool. I'm done. I'm not redoing that. That was all of my resources. I am not redoing that. And yeah, I haven't touched Space Engineers multiplayer since then. Kind of a tangent story. That's okay. Always Blueprint Creations? Yeah. Real. So I forgot for the longest time that you could blueprint while in survival. I did. Trust. Also, Mr. TK50, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. After this, we just gotta start building thrusters. After this, it'll just be thrusters. And this thing will be movable. What spoilers am I trying to build? Am I trying to avoid? What you mean? Spoilers? Spoilers? Spoilers. 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 Only spoiler I'm trying to avoid is dual streaming. I'm tri-streaming. I'm streaming in 3 locations. Hold on. Let me get them wider. Oh, that shit hurts. I'm tri-streaming. Not to get crazy or anything. I have the no spoilers stream in my tag. Oh, so I use the exact same tags for every stream. The no spoilers tag was because I was playing Red Dead 2. 8 years after release, right? and other than the ending, other than the very end of the fucking game, I was spoiler free. So I was pretty hyped about that. I just use the same tags. I don't update them. Oh, but to answer your question about how I'm try streaming, I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Nobody watches me on Kick because I don't think Kick is really a game stream platform. It's mostly like for the most part, what I see on Kick, this might be a crazy controversial opinion here, hot take, it mostly just seems like degeneracy ranked up and put on live. That's most of the time what it is. It's like people drinking and driving and shit. Like, the fuck are you doing? That is actually a live stream I saw on Kick when I was setting up my account. I'm not even joking. Yep. So, you know. Anyway, I don't have any viewers on Kick. I usually have like maybe one. But that's about it. YouTube is my primary. YouTube's my primary. Dude, they are lighting those dogs up from some distance, man. Like, I don't, he's barely out there. Racha said he love you. I love you too. Love you, I love you. Alright. Have we got everything? We've got everything. Let's put thrusters on this thing. Get it in the air. Let's Oh, well, I guess we should probably finish out that rear section because I don't want the thrusters. I want like a nacelle, you know, like I want like a whole thruster pack bolted to the side of the ship. So I guess really what I need to do is, I guess the next thing is going to be putting hydrogen tanks right here, and then routing the conveyors up and over here to feed hydrogen engines. So this needs to come out, all of this. We still gaming tonight? Yeah, you gonna be on War Thunder? Also, sorry, plugging, shameless plug. I have a Discord server. You should join it because we play games together. You got to be 18 or older though, because, you know, adults only. But we be playing games and shit. War Thunder. We played War Thunder last night. We played Insurgency Sandstorm the night before that. We were playing PlanetSide 2 about a week ago, but what doesn't need tweaking hoe. And then what else do we play? We play Counter-Strike every now and then. Minecraft. I have a Minecraft server if you're interested in that. Haven't been 18 in over 30 years. Hey, you know what? You're the exact audience that I'm targeting. I'm trying to be relaxing enough that I'm consumable by ideally an older than me audience. That's it. That's the goal. You like motorcycles? That's what my YouTube channel is. I mean, like, my YouTube channel is streaming, right? I'm streaming. This is what the live tab looks like. If you go to my videos tab, I'm riding motorcycles. That's what my content is. It's like moto vlog. Dude, what is broken? What the fuck? Why is this in the ground? Is it too heavy? Have I made something too heavy? Oh, dude, this is so terrible. This is so terrible. Okay, I don't think anything's broken. As long as that shit doesn't, like, explode and blow all my shit up, I don't think I care. Oh, wait, the dog and the turret? Oh, it was the turret. The turret and the dog and the... Oh. You know, it's... So is this a free-floating grid right now? Is this... You know, it's shit like that. It's shit like that. And just... Makes me wanna watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. Makes me wanna just watch a Wes Anderson animated film. Ah. Let's go ahead and prepare... I need to get this thing in the air so that way that shit doesn't happen again, because I really don't want this to just catastrophically combust. Explode. Spontaneously combust. Catastrophically explode. There we go. I don't really want that to happen. So we need to get it in the air. It pisses me off. No, we're not bussing. I'm bussing. Let me get number 9s. Hold on, I gotta lock in. Let's get a thruster on each side to get it in the air. Yeah, and a cockpit, I guess. All right. Let's just get it in the L. Okay. Thruster. Let's do a back, forward. That shouldn't damage anything. So that's left, right, forward, back, up. Turning the thruster off is down. Cool. I think, gamers, once we get this in the air and I give it a couple more legs to stand on, I'll probably go ahead and start wrapping up stream since we're getting close to 4 hours, and I do want to play games with the community in Discord, and then I would also like to be able to go to the gym. And so the scheduling on all of that, I need to start wrapping this up. So let me get this in the air. Because I don't like going to the gym later. Because then I'm tired. That's finished. That's finished. Okay. Is everything... Oh, we got way too much in the planner. There we go. Let's see. Can I go ahead and fill my inventory? It's whatever. We'll start welding. Yeah, I think I want to give this thing maybe 4 legs to stand on. So that way, you know, a stray bullet doesn't make it turn it into a free-floating grid. Okay. Whoop. Okay, it's evil.
Fuel low.
Okay, I don't have
Fuel low.
enough vertical thrust. So let's place another one.
Fuel critical.
This bitch always talking about something. And I'm out of water. Goodness gracious. You know, talking about going to the gym, I don't know if I've eaten today. I don't know if I've eaten today. My ass might not be going to the gym. I'd like to. But, random? What you mean? That ain't random. That's not random. We're talking about going to the gym. Okay, so that's can come up now.
Fuel critical.
How long can this sit? 5 hours? Perfect. Okay, so let's first get rid of this. Let's bring this down. I don't have any steel plate. Not a steel plate. That's a crazy one. 10 of those, and then make a couple hundred of those. Let's get it up a little bit higher. There we go. And then we'll do another one. Oh, I didn't weld that. Do another one up here. There we go. That's good. I'm out of hydrogen.
Fuel critical.
Oh, also, it's in this screen. You can really tell that I got the little shadow line going around. You know, the little highlight line. Really happy that I have this. I feel like this looks a lot more professional, I guess. I like the way it looks, you know? I like the way that this little shadow looks. Why not make a refill station? Conveyor piping. Ah, wait, no, I can use the conveyor converter. You're right. We'll do that next. We'll do that. We'll do that in like. We'll do that next stream. I need to get up. This needs to go just a little bit higher. There we go. I'm gonna need. Let's do the full-size landing gear. I haven't used that thing in forever. Construction component. I probably need to move that one as well. There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. Let go of all that. And then can we get up there? Are they both attached? They are. Cool. Get rid of that. We shouldn't need it. We will get rid of these because I don't want them here. I was gonna say we can keep them in case I want to like move this thing, but we'll get rid of them. Because the next like step in developing this thing should be it getting thrusters. So no point in all that. Yeah, whatever. Just let this stuff fall. Perfect. And deposit.
Inventory full.
Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't realize there were so many motors. Perfect. Cool. That, I think, fellas, will do it for us. We've gotten a lot done. I would have nowhere near the amount of stuff that I've got built right now if I didn't have that welding ship. I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to be good. Next stream will be maybe getting more of like the sides finished, because the sides are going to be where we mount most of our thrusters, especially back here in the rear. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. Rev, you enjoyed the stream? I appreciate you enjoying it. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, I'll be in Discord if anybody wants to chat or play games or anything. I'm just going to be there for about an hour, and then I'll be headed out. Yo! Oh, wait. Did you guys hear the sound for that? The little follow notification? Yeah, I like talking to all you guys. That's the whole reason I like streaming. So, okay, you guys heard the sound? I did not hear the sound. That'll be something for me to figure out later. Anyway, I appreciate you. Be safe, have fun, go do something you enjoy doing. I'm big now. Did it scare you? Yeah, anyway. Bye, fellas. Bye!